final part of the show. I want to speak about the England squad, bro, because there's quite a few City players that have
I've
been
not
named.
seen it. Ooh.
Yeah, it came out this morning. Now, my understanding is, hopefully the chat can correct me if I'm wrong here, but my understanding is this is a preliminary squad, and 6 players have to be cut for this, for the actual tournament. Hopefully someone in the chat can confirm that that's correct, but I'm pretty sure that is right. 6 players, I believe, are at risk here. So goalkeepers, you've got Dean Henderson, Ramsdale, Pickford, James Trafford. Defenders, Branthwaite, Lewis Dunk, Joe Gomez, Gueye, Konsa, Harry Maguire. Konsa, Harry Maguire. Quansah, that confused me. Luke Shaw, John Stones has made the squad, despite not playing a great deal of football this year. Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker is also in there as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been picked. Interestingly, to put him into the midfield bracket. Whether that means anything or not, don't know. Conor Gallagher, Curtis Jones, Kobe Mainu, Declan Rice, Adam Wharton has been selected as well. Obviously doing big things at Palace. And then the forwards, we've got a big list here. Jude Bellingham, Jared Bowen, Eze, Foden, Gordon, Grealish has been selected. A lot of people on social media are discussing that this morning. Harry Kane, James Maddison, Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, Ivan Toney, and Ollie Watkins. So, what City players have we got in there then, bro? We got John Stones, Kyle Walker,
Foden.
And Grealish, or what's that, 5?
Yeah, so no Rico. What a shame.
Yeah, Rico Lewis didn't make it. Probably didn't quite play enough minutes, did he?
Nah, to be fair.
This season, I think it's fairly reasonable. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that guy, bro? And for the chat as well, I think 6 have to be cut. So, who you think's at risk here?
At least, Trafford, the keeper. So there's a keeper that's obviously going to go, so we can get rid of him. I'd be very surprised if Dunk went. You're looking at I know Quans has been impressed for the season, but he's I don't think he's ever had an England cap. So I'd be surprised if he got the total nods. Likewise, maybe if one of Konsa or Gueye as well. Obviously, it depends on the fitness of Luke Shaw. Midfielders, Wharton's an interesting shout. A lot of buzz been made about him. But you'd probably be looking at...
mint,
No, he does, absolutely. I'm glad he's got some recognition.
I don't just want to be jumping on the bandwagon, but I've only seen him not a lot at all. But from what I have seen, he actually looks really, really good. He looks like that deep lying player that we need in midfield that can just play ball,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's hopefully an exciting prospect. I don't know how many I've taken out there. I've taken out at least 3 or 4 then. And in terms of the forwards, I don't know if these categories mean anything. I just thought it was interesting that Bellingham has been ranked as a forward and Foden as a forward. I'm guessing they just mean attacking midfielders are also forwards. Of those players, you're probably looking at we're not going to take 3 strikers, for example. You're looking at one of Watkins and Toney to miss out.
Watkins or Toney?
I'd probably take Toney, even though Watkins has been better this season, just because of what Toney offers. I thought Toney really impressed in the Brazil game, for example, with his hold up and link up play. I think that's probably a bit more useful for England than what Watkins is, which is more of a channel runner. So I don't think that Watkins will go. Maybe one more. Probably Eze drops out as well. I think that's probably a bit of a rogue inclusion. I doubt that he'd get many minutes when you look at the other players there. But I'm glad players like Eze are going to get some minutes, hopefully, in the friendlies coming up or whatever. I assume we play some friendlies. I don't know.
I'm with you on Toney. Because it's not just when you're selecting a backup player, right? You're not just looking at who's the better player this year? Because obviously, Watkins had a better year, and I actually think Toney, since he's come back, has been pretty poor. I can't lie. But you got to look at when would Toney get on the pitch? You need a goal, 5 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go. I'd rather throw him on with 10 minutes to go and just pump balls into the box and just say, right, who would you rather have? And that's it. I'd rather have Toney. So it's not just about who's the better player. It's about when are they going to be utilised in game? When are they going to play? Now, obviously, if maybe Kane gets injured and you've took Toney over Watkins, then maybe you look, I'd rather have Watkins to start a full game. But, I'm looking at it saying, I'm hoping that Kane doesn't get injured. And therefore, The only reason, really, I'd be throwing on my second striker is if we need a goal with 5 minutes to go. We're going out the tournament. We need a goal. 5 minutes to go. We're just going to, Hail Mary, balls into the box. And I think, personally, in that situation, Tony would be the better option. There's no doubt in my mind, obviously, Watkins has had a better season. And if he does miss out, he'll be very, very unlucky to miss out. He really doesn't deserve to miss out. But, it's a tough one. Maybe you could take 3 strikers, but you're just wasting it, really, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, unless it's a rule which says you have to take 3 keepers. I've never really understood taking 3 keepers. Like,
I don't think there is a rule. I mean, at the end of the day, the manager, there shouldn't be any rules for me that you're UEFA to say you have to take 3. Like,
no,
at the end of the day, surely
be.
It's just like you do what you want. Like, you take whatever squad you want.
Yeah, I've just never quite understood taking 3 keepers. Like,
you do need to take 3 keepers, bro.
Well, if I was a manager, I'd take the risk and I'd go, give me another forwards. There we go.
Nah, you can't. You got to take 3.
There you go. Great comment in the chat. Walker is the 3rd keeper. Boom. There you go. He saved more than Claudio Bravo that night.
True.
So, but yeah, I've actually just realised there's no Rashford in the squad.
Yeah, Rashford.
I've only just noticed that.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't start Rashford anyway, but I definitely would have him as an impact player. So that I don't really agree with not including him, to be honest. I wouldn't start him, but I think you probably need him as I say, like an impact player, someone to bring off the bench. That's an interesting one. Can we add players to this, or is this like set in stone? You can only take away. Does anyone know?
Well, I mean, it's. No, I don't. Yeah, I think you could change. You could add someone in 100% because this isn't the actual squad. This is just a random squad before the squad.
Right. Okay.
So I don't see why you couldn't change if you wanted to, but obviously he's probably not going to do that.
Yeah, I know it's not been particularly good this season, but again, it's like with the Tony Watkins thing. It's all about what's going to be most useful and different profiles and that sort of thing. I mean, ultimately, it shouldn't really matter because I've got in my head who should start for England. So a lot of these like fringe players are largely irrelevant anyway. So all zooming on about
it's so funny, bro.
What's that? Sorry.
I love the way that you word stuff at times.
What?
A lot of these players are largely irrelevant.
That sounds really harsh.
It does. Just the way you word stuff, man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to come out like that. I apologize. I mean, in terms of like, if we're being realistic, England are going to in the important games, England will largely play the same starting 11 with the same general players to come off from the bench outside of, like there's a dead rubber game like the last group stage. Yeah. So, for example, I'd be very surprised if Tony or Watkins or any other striker got any actual minutes outside of Harry Kane. I'd be very surprised if Maddison, Eze got any substantial minutes outside of, a couple minutes towards the end. So that's what I mean when I say largely.
No, I get. I already played. Right, I want to do a start 11, right?
Oh my god.
Let's do a start 11. You give me your start 11, and then I'll tell you which, because I don't think we'll agree, but like maybe we will. God. Who knows? You do yours, and I'm going to tell you how many players I disagree with. So, who is your goalkeeper?
Well, I will say first of all that I have done a video on my channel with what I think Pep would go for as England manager. That is therefore my England team. Oh. So if anyone wants me to go into more detail here, we're not really going to have time to do that. So if you want my in-depth info, bit of a cheeky plug, go watch that video after this stream. So I'm structuring this team not based on what Southgate's like as a manager. I'm doing it based on what I think this England side could be at its peak potential.
Okay, that's fair. Okay,
so Pickford in goal. Because there's no other realistic alternative. Ramsdale's the number 2 at Arsenal. Trafford's it's too early for Trafford, etc. Yeah, so it's Pickford.
I agree. He's actually had a good season as well, Pickford.
Yes, for me, I'd probably put him as team of the season. To be honest, I think Pickford's been that good. Please, sorry, is this my 11 or are we doing yours and then?
No, you're going to do yours. I'm just going to tell you where I disagree.
Right. Please, can we change the formation?
Yes, what would you like to go
Because I'm going to change it. This is going to be the in-possession structure, and I would like it as close to what City do. So a 3-2-2-3 or a 3-2-5, whatever we have on this website.
3
or 3. Yeah, 3. 3-4.
I can move the circles.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so defense. My central centre back is John Stones.
Oh, okay. By the way, just a quick one.
Yes.
If he's not fit, If he gets injured,
Disastrous.
who would you replace him with?
Maguire.
Branthwaite?
No, probably Maguire in the centre.
Okay, cool.
Because Branthwaite's playing left centre back.
Oh, really? There?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Did not expect that at all. How do you spell his name?
I think there's an I in there somewhere. I think it might be Bray.
Oh, there he was.
Or is it not? No, I'm just an idiot. I don't know how you spell his name then.
He was there just a second ago.
We've been cons.
Chat, how do you spell his name, man?
Is it BRAN? Isn't it just BRAN? Is that not it? Ran and then TH? Is that not it? Branth?
There he is.
There we go. Lovely. Oh, he's gone. No, there he is.
We got him.
Right. Now, I'm not going to say what my right centre back is yet because I need to explain myself.
Ooh, he's gonna make us sweat. Okay.
So let's go to the midfield pivot.
Yes.
Declan Rice.
Rice, baby.
Are you going to jump in when you disagree? By the way, or are you
I'm
just
just
going
gonna
to
tell you. I'm just gonna tell you at the end what I disagree
Right.
with.
Okay.
Yep.
Kobe Mainoo.
Oh, that's a big call.
I know. Probably too big, but I'm going for it. I don't care.
You're risking it.
I'm risking it for a biscuit.
Okay.
Right central midfield, Jude.
Okay, Jude Bellingham. There
we
he
go.
is.
Yeah, Sol Campbell class. Oh, yeah, Phil Foden. Obviously,
Okay,
I think you were gonna type in Foden before I even said it. I think.
No, I'm liking the way this is. I'm liking the way this is working right now.
Okay, so right wing Saka.
Oh, not Palmer.
No, Saka definitely for me.
Okay.
Striker. I wonder who.
Yeah.
Foden false 9. Yeah. Right, and this is the beginning where I need to explain myself. Pep system, the left winger has to be a left back. Think of how Gvardiol's the left winger for City, for example.
Okay,
or Walker.
so this is a left
So this is Luke Shaw. He's in the squad. I'm going to assume he's fully fit and available.
So he's basically Gvardiol in this system.
Exactly. So you've got to look at this
Should I move
out
him
of
like there?
if you want to, yeah, that's fine, yeah. So again, out of possession, this goes to a 4-4-2. So in the same way that Gvardiol does it for City and Walker does it for City, it goes back there. So off ball, it's a 4-4-2. On the ball, he pushes up. Yes. And that allows Foden to tuck inside and be the left central midfielder. That's very important. So
Okay,
Foden,
so also when we don't have the ball,
Foden goes to left wing. Exactly. And that allows Foden to be a left. So this is basically what I've tried to do, guys, is be as close to City as possible with England.
Okay, that makes that. But if you're not a City fan and you don't watch City, you probably don't understand what's going on here. But everyone else in the chat who does understand how City play, you get what's going on.
Exactly. Now, the right centre-back option is dependent on opposition. If we are playing, i.e., France, specific threat, or we feel like we're going to be more defensive, Kyle Walker has to play.
Okay.
If we are playing against a side where that is less important, in games where we expect to overpower the opposition and expect to basically be totally dominant, then this is where Trent should go.
Okay.
So it depends on the opponent. So we can put Walker in here, yeah, because let's say, for example, in the final against France, I don't want to start Trent. I want to start Kyle Walker.
No, that's fair. That is fair. So Kyle Walker against the better teams or teams with, would it just be France?
I don't know enough. Maybe Germany as well. Probably, maybe. Like if they got who would they have on the left? Would it be Leroy? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But basically, games where we expect to be under the cosh a little bit more. I want Walker. Games where that's not necessarily as important. You can get away with having Trent there, and Trent is big. It doesn't really want to find Walker, does it? And Trent is good because, and again, you look at that and go, what? Like Trent in like a back three? That doesn't make sense. As I explained in my video, that's what Liverpool have done this season a lot. Trent plays quarterback a lot.
Okay, so sorry, just to explain. When Trent plays,
yes.
where does he go?
Well, so Not so, for the most part, he will be there at right centre back. However, what Liverpool do a lot is they split the two centre backs, Stones and Branthwaite, and then Trent actually goes in between the two centre backs, and he sort of orchestrates from deep, if that makes sense.
Right.
So it's not really a set position. He can sort of like float around, but in the main, what we've done there is good. But again, guys, remember, for the more defensive situations, we can't find Walker on this website for some reason, so Walker would be where Trent is. So that is my Pep Guardiola England team.
Yeah, fairs. I like it. It's decent.
Are there any players there that you're concerned with that you'd like me to, explain myself on?
No, not really.
Any absentees?
If I'm being honest, right, when I think of systems, yeah, I go more traditional. Yeah, I just go 4-3-3 in it. You know what I mean? I'm not
4-4-2.
Yeah, no, definitely not that. I would play personally. If I'm going basic LB system, yeah, 4-3-3. I'm going, as mad as this might sound, I'm going Stones Maguire.
No, it's fine.
I'm going Kyle Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw. My midfield would be D Rice. It would be
JB.
Bellingham and Foden.
Lovely.
And it would be, for that system, it would have to be Grealish. Although he probably doesn't deserve to be in it, I accept. But for that system, you'd have to get someone who works extremely hard on that left-hand side. And then it would just be Saka. I think he deserves the respect to start, but I do think in the next tournament, it will probably be Palmer and Harry Kane up top.
Yeah,
I'm just going sort of like more traditional. But the problem is that we are a little bit exposed in the middle. Declan Rice in that system has a big job to do.
I think I agree with you. If we were doing like like a traditional 4-3-3, I think my only change would I'd have Branthwaite instead of Maguire. But yeah, I totally agree. You can definitely have you could play a 4-2-3-1. You could have a Jude's just play as more like the box to box 8 player, which is what he's been the majority of his career. I'm not having this revisionism that Bellingham can only play at 10 and he must play at 10, otherwise he's dog.
I agree. 100%.
Where do these people think he played at Dortmund and was brilliant for however many years? He was an 8. He's a box-to-box player. He's not going to be a 10 next season when Mbappe comes in. He's going to be given a much deeper position. So what you just said, that's perfect. Yeah, brilliant.